And we're back. Food took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I had the food and it was good! So now we're gonna get back into the story and see where things go. When last we left off, the Yulmoran army had backed out of Raktika Greatwood, but apparently they've sent military to all corners of the land in order to protect the Light Wardens. We also discovered through Emmett Silk that, according to him, Hydaelyn and Zodiark were both primals, which brings into question, what is the Blessing of Light? And is Dhim actually in control of his own actions and thoughts, or is he in fact tempered? So we took a nice nap after discussing the discovery that we're potentially being corrupted by the light from the Light Wardens with Ardbert. And when we woke up, we heard the sounds of fighting, and now we have dramatic music. So let's get started. Also, I have changed Dhim's outfit out to his more combat heavy look. I did update it recently. I'm not sure if I like it as much. Actually, let me see. Because I think I just got some nice gauntlets. Please put your clothes on, sir. Ooh. Fashion is endgame. Oh, do we like the Cystarium? The Cystarium does look nice. Well, definitely gotta do Cystarium gauntlets or shoes, because those look great. And I guess... I know, we're out here like, hey, let's play some more Shadowbringers, and then I go, but fashion? But fashion? Wait, did I choose the wrong ones? Oh. Put your clothes back on, sir. Yeah, why is the coloration different? That's interesting. I've gotten completely distracted by this. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to... real quick, like... put on a pair of gloves that I know will work. Alright. There we go. Or not. What the heck happened to your necklace? So I found this trick of unequipping the gear I don't want to have changed before I do customization. Oh my gosh! I don't like that. When it rains. Ah, I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of Sin Eaters appears to be advancing upon the Cystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Absolutely not. I will fight them. Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who might be in distress. The Excedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace in companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. I think my services would be best on the battlefield, but okay. Desalgate. Fling myself. There we go. Nerve-wracking. Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Dhim'a! Oh, it's Alizé. I've only just returned from Armorang, yet I find the Cystarium moments from being beset by sin-eaters? Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. It's probably Yulmore. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Cystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be of our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Cystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1? Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western too? They are ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. Excellent. Let's do it. Nyom. There we go. Oh, I see. So I need to go to the rookery? But what happens if the Exarch collapses? Does the barrier go down? How long can he hold this? Wait a minute. Is it up the stairs? Or is it up there? Dhim just panics and starts taking all the wrong turns. Yeah, it's up there. Okay. Donk. That was kind of cool, just dodging past someone like, no, sorry. Gotta get past. I guess my attempting to cheat and speed through didn't exactly work. Banana. 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 He's running so fast. Look at him bouncing. I love the little cat bounce with the tail wag. It's cute. That takes a while. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully. Okay, and on to the second one. Exarch is very smart to set up protective barriers and stuff. It's so gorgeous here. Go.
Sighted! They're coming!
Go, Dhim, go.
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Cystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
He looks half crazed. Activate the second anchor. We ought to join the vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Let's do it. Let's beat him up. Beat him up! Reaper of Light. But lovely weather, just what we needed. Seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. Cystarium forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. Oh no. See how this goes. I hear shouting. Come on.
Let's give it our all!
Help is at hand.
Good. Alphino's handling that. Leave him alone. More eaters, don't let your guard down. Well, I try not to. Look at me go! This is so cool! I'm such a badass! Go, Dhim, go. That one's mine. Those eaters, they're moving towards Radiska's round. We should follow, but we cannot neglect those in need of aid.
Leave the healing to me.
You got it, Alfie. If it's this bad here, I shudder to think what it's like elsewhere. Ooh, Ariange. A timely arrival, Dhim'a. I have my hands full here. Mine own magic shall suffice to aid you, Stola. I bid thee offer succor to this guard. Okay. Whoa! That was weird. Whoa, that's weird. Okay. Who else? Where? Whomst? Whomst? There's Aether's swells. I would hate to find out what it intends to do next. Defend me, let none interrupt my incantation.
You will rue the day you crossed my path.
Oh, I am not paying attention to my health, and I should be.
There was nothing.
Most impressive trick indeed, and I missed it. As if you've none of your own. Let us make for the imperative, shall we? Everyone's thanking us. Someone hath made short work of these eaters. I wonder if it's Thancred. It's not. Dhim'a, you'll be glad to know that the locals have all taken shelter. Good. Nevertheless, we can't allow the eaters to gain any ground. With me. That can't be good. Damn it all, we're too late. Couldn't save them. I'll follow the eater. You press on to the imperative. I'm staying with you. We've lost too many already. We must hurry. 60 of 100. These eaters are too organized. They can't merely be acting on instinct. find out who they're acting for. It is as we feared. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide. Drive out the Sin Eaters. Damn right I will. The lives of the wounded are in our hands. Okay, healers, take care of the wounded. I'll handle the rest. They're not paying attention to me. I'm gonna have to take them out one by one. I was hoping I could draw them with attacking them once.
On your feet!
Excellent. Here they come. Have care, this is no ordinary eater. More eaters. They're protecting them somehow. We need to deal with them first. These are the things that hang around with all three. This will hurt. I feel a storm of ether gather around me quickly. Don't you dare touch Alphino.
Theory and practice!
Perhaps now it is time to eclipse my reach. And yet still more coming. Dhim'a, find me some time. Alphino, I'll need you.
Your help will suffice. My strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant me.
Let's give them a show. We can't steal.
My job is to keep that. Okay. Ooh, that was tricky. Oh, look at her go.
There are so many.
Go, Ophelia, go. Oh, yes, go.
Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Run! Run, damn you!
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Help! Help! Anyone! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy? Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
We lost almost half of the soldiers. Seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Cystarium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain, anyway. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. Gods know I am. But if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Okay. Ugh. That cutscene hurt. With tear-filled eyes, the brown man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. If I were a healer. If I were a healer. But Dhim's not a healer. He's just a cat with a penchant for his swords. Or stabbing and slicing, I should say. Scythe isn't really a sword. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me, I beg you. Where's the other one? Oh, this is nice. Oh, can I help this one? Don't touch me, I killed her. I killed her. She was one of them, I know, but I... Lena.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling? Shouldn't you be resting? What would the guard do without their captain? I'm fine. How are you?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me.
Lena. No, you need to rest.
I am fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far! I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Cystarium! The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering. A paradise where man and Caesar might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin eaters. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
And who's really the wicked one in this scenario? Well, I guess that confirms it. Authry's ship is already gone. How flattering he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties. Especially not now. If I may, could I ask you to seek out Thancred and Menphilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred in particular sustained quite an injury from that Sinator. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagatrix still. Please, give them my thanks. I hope he's okay, because if the Thancred is injured, that's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to kill someone, but since he already killed it, I can't kill the Sin Eater, so who am I gonna kill? Valthy, that's who. I can kill him anyways. I'll kill him twice. A bun. Oh, that's a pretty character. Oh, I love the ears. Fluffy bunny. Allison. Oh, she looks like a Dragon Age character. That's so cool. Okay. Oh, that cutscene got me. Alright. Let's see how Thancred is. Okay, he's sitting up, that's good. You're here. For me? I'm sorry to put you to the trouble, I'm fine. Really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Menphilia. She's not taken it well. Could I ask you to speak to her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Horatorium, ostensibly to fetch Urds for just a mile, but just talk to her, will you? You got it. I like these sort of quiet aftermath quests, where the chaos of the previous battle is just so overpowering, and then you have this quiet and calm where everything's just jarringly peaceful and you kind of have to figure it all out. I found the Horatorium. I don't think I went the right way, but I found it. Hey, Menphilia. Hey. Menphilia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. Yep. Oh, Dhim'a. What are you doing here? Thancred. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now it's my fault. You can make up for it by being there for him. Then you'll be wanting to get those herbs for the healers. Oh, What have I done? I promised I'd be right back, and yet here I am. I know that I need to be better. I'm only allowed to be part of this because I'm Menphilia, and I need to be more like her. All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. But you're right. I can still help, if only by seeing those herbs safely to Cystarium. There are only 2 left in the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. It looked high and low, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Cystarium. Whoever gets there first can explain. The other one will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Okay. Well, there's some herbs. Verdant herb. This plant has rigid leaves and smells of fruit. It is unlikely to be the herb Cystarium asked for. This plant has no scent whatsoever and is unlikely to be the correct one. Oh, there's more. What about this one? Soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Okay. This is beautiful, this area. I love this. Plant has soft leaves, yeah, and medicinal. Okay, deliver the herbs. This is good music. I want this orchestrion roll. It'd be really nice to have playing on a loop in an apartment or something. Such vibrant colors, yeah. Oh, I went the wrong way. It's interesting. In the Cystarium, you almost forget how destroyed the world outside is. Ah, Menphilia told me that you would be bringing the rest. Elven dill, a potent medicinal herb that very much smells the part, so named for its pointed leaves. Oh, like the ears! Marvelous. With this I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose. Though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win, I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. The Spaggit bricks in good working order, the Cystarium's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something. For me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Vothri said is true, if our losses were our just deserts and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end. Just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. And that's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up. Don't give in. Please. We'll tell him, you have my word. That's good. I'm sure the Exarch's not taking this easily. If you're ready, why not go ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alphino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest Amaro I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? I will. Oh gosh, I hope the Exarch's doing okay. 'Cause he was all worn out just the day before. Don't know how much of a toll that barrier took on him. And then on top of that, I'm sure he feels guilty about all his people. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular. Please do. There he is. Hey friend, how you doing? Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battle precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that. Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the loss, I will not lose myself to grief. And even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time before the others arrive if you'd like to talk. As will I. Dhim is a cat of few words, but he can commiserate. Of that I have no doubt. And if ever we should appear to falter, it will only be because we are fatigued after a battle well fought. I'm dragging this down here so I can actually read it easy. Thank you for your kind words. Now, we have plans to make, do we not? Everyone's here.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Emmett Silk. Oh, he doesn't look happy.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Cystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin-Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthry.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armarang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armarang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armarang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do! I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armarang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
So, Thancred basically has to choose between... He doesn't even get to choose. Because he pretty much raised Minfilia. Both of them. So... Then it becomes which of his adopted daughters is gonna die so the other one can live. It's a horrible decision. Horrible thing to have to experience. Sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. I can hide this. I keep forgetting about that. Oh. Tessellation's here. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. The bunny with the Hien's outfit. Oh, that is a cool looking rabbit. Look at him. He looks badass. Sir, what's your name? Well done. Oh, we got about another hour or so. I have a group of friends who's planning to go to LunarCon tonight, so I'm planning to go with them. So I want to make sure I'm there in time for that. Sorry for the wait. I am ready now. You're sure you want to do this? Completely sure. There has to be another way. Completely sure? Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger. Strong enough to face my destiny. And I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you find it in yourself to believe it, too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Yulmoran airship coming in to land over Armorang while I was on my way back to the Cystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Valthry's forces to Raktika. Meaning he can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right. Now Nabatharang lies in the southern reaches of Armorang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mordsuk. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the hills of Amber. Minfilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path, and it also makes it easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If Yulmorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients. We can be sure their activities would not meet with Valthry's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route. Which brings me to my proposition. Well, you make for the hills of Amber in the west. I will draw the Yulmoran's attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way, you'll have a chance at reaching Nabatha unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vothri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it's best we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with the solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our own journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. Here we go. The journey. Good to begin. Alright. Speak with Thancred. Wait, where is he? Oh, he's down there. Yum. Bonk. Okay. I kind of like that this has music tied to the different quests every so often, where it's like it changes when you're in the zones for the story until you complete that, so you kind of always are in the mood. It's nice. And he should be somewhere around here. There they are. Hey, you guys. Oh, this is a sad quest. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Minfilia for me, would you? You got it. I'll keep an eye on her. New part of Amarang. I think that's... should be all the zones, right? I hope so. Hello. Off so soon, Master Louis. You've barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you. This music.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the Hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
Oh, I love that music. This is such good music. This place has been scarred by the flood, too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spend upon it for granted. Free trade. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing. Finding a village where we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes. But you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect on the road ahead. There is not an either right here. Off the cliff! Chinkens! I want to pick one up and then jump off a roof. Oh, I can't. I would very much like to be able to get an apartment and have a housing zone in the Cystarium. That would be so nice. Wonder if they'll ever give us that. You sell? No, you are no merchant. But then, why do I know your face? Oh, I remember! You spent Vobert gold! Such coin purse cracking. You are already a legend among moored traders. You're a traveling merchant, then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After, not so many. Now, none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Dhim'a and Rain ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mine surrounding Dhim'a and Rain. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the other moored might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free, even to friends of our best customer. I'm their best customer. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. My name is Dhim'a, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. You wish to go to Dhim'a and Rain? There was a way once, a gondola down from the cliffs, but it was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is nothing left and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola on a spare scrap of parchment. Scribble, scribble. Scribble, scratch. Anyone in here? Oh, that is a surprise. Not many bound for Dhim'a and Rain these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. It used to travel between all the settlements and mines in the Hills of Amber. It is locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. Take down information regarding the trolley on a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. That is... If that's not a Dhim action, I don't know what is. Scribbling notes on scraps of paper and just stuffing them into his pocket. Not even organized, not in a place he can easily get it. For Dhim'a and Rain, airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Yulmorans have one, I hear. You can just ask them to take you. Nope. It would seem somewhat superfluous to do so. You dutifully make a note of Concon's words. Hi, kitty. What do you think, Red? Ah, Dhim'a. I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach Dhim'a and Rain. The Yulmoran presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Amarang, there have been no sightings of Yulmorans at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alizé's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? Bit of paper with airships, Yulmoran presence confirmed, scrawled upon it. Hills of Amber trolley behind gate? Question mark. Gondola from cliffs. Potential death trap. So these are our options. Well, what do you think? Could try the gondola, might die, but Can we get an airship from anywhere? Not from Vothri, obviously. Gate aside, the trolley seems most feasible. Could try the gondola. Might die, but eh. I'd rather not if it's all the same to you. If it went poorly, we couldn't simply wave our hands and vanish into the ether like Y'shtola. Not that I would recommend it, even if we could. Okay, let's do the trolley then. Seems most feasible. It does seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zun can offer some insight. Let's see what you have to say. Oh, valued customers. Were the other more of help? Of a fashion. They told us of a trolley that runs to Nabatha Ring, at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when we first asked? Yes, the gate, you see. It is impassable. Before there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos, that opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Biran Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. I love their fluffy tails. We're off to Mount Biran, then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. Hopefully. Off we go, off we go! Surprised how little of this I remember. Messaging about the shenanigans. There we go. Yeah, we're just adjusting plans. Looks like I have a little bit more time to continue playing Shadowbringers. It'll be a little bit later in the evening that we do this than I thought. Oh, the lo-fi beats, they returned! Fan cred. Dim. What are you doing? Sir? Please, sir. Please help. The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need to follow it until it comes to the mines. It is an impressive track. Hop. Yep. Hop. Fate joined. No, I don't wish to join a fate. Speak with Thancred again. I like it when they have the speak with so-and-so again quests. It's funny to me. Omen Billy. Okay, no. Hey, Thancred. Oh, that doesn't look like a gate. That looks like a cave-in. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zun said. Unfortunate. Lee, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zunzun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around to see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Urianje's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Okay. Investigate the area. Let's see what's over here. Can I go up? I don't think I'm meant to be up. Well, what am I supposed to be looking for? I don't see it. Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Trolley car. The benches within suggest that this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though it is clearly old, it appears well maintained. Interdusting. I wonder if it's inside? This place is dangerous. Oh, conspicuous cup. The cup is slightly warm, and a fair amount of tea, steeped over long, if the color is any indication, remains within. I am notorious for oversteeping my tea. I'm awful about it. I just forget about it so much, and I'm like, 15 minutes has passed, and I take a drink, and it's just... it gives me the shivers. I still drink it. But it does make me go, meh. Okay. Is there something else inside? Oh. Iron rail. Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear a trolley without issue. Cool. Well, there's Urianje. Oh, that must be the Talus. Ah, Dhim'a, what hast thou discerned? I see. Indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own. But let us refrain from further discussions ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance and a lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source, nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Dhim'a, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouse to the northwestern side of the tracks. Thin cred. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go, then. Thancred just casually calling out, like, hey, you're hiding over there. It would be impossible to play hide and seek with this man. Alright, there we go. Did he say in or behind? He said behind. Suspicious man. Hello. Wicked White, where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here. Of that I'm sure. Sir. I'm sure you want to do this. What are you... Ah. Oh, he... Thancred, I killed him. Thancred. Thancred, I murdered him. I'm sorry, I murdered him, Thancred. Thancred. Fresh-faced and well-muscled man. Good to hear. You two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? We're not the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Do we honestly look like we'd need to steal, what, some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. There's so many Lord of the Rings quotes. Likely story. You look, well... You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, Thaf, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto the world's end. On their journey they met a sorcerer as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that there's a serious conjecture, no. I suppose I am a bodyguard of sorts, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me straight. Sorry, Andre. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nabatha Rang. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again... The trolley? The trolley! You should have led with that! We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Thaf, at your service. Technically, I'm a miner. He does repair work. But our true passion is the trolley. I love them. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's little in need of transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make our hearts soar, mark my words. I love Jarek's code. I want it. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, is there anything we can do to assist you? We could gather materials or help put pieces together. It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operations. I suppose you could speak with him if you'd like. We'll introduce you. Very well. Our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right. It looks like you'll be following us back to Twine, then. Excellent. We go. Wait at the rendezvous point. I'm just over here, like, using all of these, even though I have no need of gear for Reaper. It's for the glam, you see. That isn't awful on him. It's not great, though. Oh, wrong person. To be honest, I'm impressed that you thought of the trolley to begin with. So few seem to these days. Too used to living without it, I suppose. Rust and ruin. If you're ready, we can leave right now. Though you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. You think he'll be alright? That's... well, I suppose he did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look just in case. You go on ahead, Daff. Alright. Looks like it'll just be you lot and me, then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the rail yard. Gotcha. Jarek, can I have your coat? Can I have your coat? Can I have your coat? Please? Can I have your coat? Please? Can I have your coat? I want the coat. I think that's a gatherer's coat. You have to get, like, I think a level 80 gatherer, and then you can get the coat. But, I'm not positive. There's Staff. Damn, that smarts. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be done about it now, though. I've pointed your overeager companions in the right direction, and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally we'll walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's a more perilous route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road prevents other dangers, but having been on the receiving ends of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. Yeah, that guy's kind of a badass. Oops. I did not mean to summon the box. That's one of the minions you get for attending someone's wedding, if they get one of the wedding packages. Because they have, obviously they have the marriage options in Final Fantasy, and then they have the free base game one, and then a couple other options as well, so if you have a fancier option, you get pets. Wait a moment, I think I hear something. Oh, that's something, alright. Run. What am I running from? It's a coyote. Sir. I got you, sir. It's okay. Come here, Thaf. Okay, he's over here. I think that's him. Oh, no. Oh, come on, man. Okay, these are a little bit more scary. Sorry about that, I'll admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine, though, so we should make it without further incident. To Twine! I gotta get that crystal. I gotta get that crystal. I like having the crystals. I like being able to just boop, boop, boop around. Makes it easy. And that should be an Amaro Keep. There they are. Give me a minute, guys. See Amaro Keep up top. Tune to the Aetherite. Excellent. can't believe I'm so far into this expansion already. There's the Immoral Keep. So I'm running, what are these, level 76 quests now? And this expansion goes up to level 80, so I'm over halfway through. This is it! Welcome to Twine! The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. It was all the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of town. It was the heart of town, back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now there is no trolley, or much work to be had in the mines, for that matter. The only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere to go. Or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you to understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. I'm gonna have to convince someone to tell us more info. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. The four of you? Wicked White, if you're going to bother me, at least have the damned courtesy to stand still. He thinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Dhim'a Rain, so they came here to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Dhim'a Rain. Not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Dhim'a Rain. I must. So you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin, nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's a necessity that drives us to Dhim'a Rain. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No. Sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right. But I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. Level 76 quest, yep. Oh, I'm sorry. I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we should ask the other residents? They may know something of the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to fate's course and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Urianger. It's about choice. And I've had years to decide where I stand. Minfilia has spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries. A white mage running around. I think she's on the same quest chain I am. That is the wrong button. Hi, Gemstone Trader. Hey, Jarek. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble, and he is just fine. He was a bit shaken up is all. And you? What did Magnus have to say? I did have a faint hope that your need might prompt him to action where our interest has not, but I suppose that was foolish of me. I'm sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you the trolley car we have here if you'd like. You could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. No, thank you. You mean to say you're not giving up? Even knowing that Magnus is... Magnus? Don't see much point in your being stubborn about it, though perhaps stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain, you can help me make preparations in the event that he does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I'll have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools, and be ready to hand them over to me whenever I stop to work. Cool. I'm gonna be an assistant. He's got the freaking Warrior of Darkness out here helping him repair train tracks. This spot looks like it could use a bit of work. Can you ready the tools for me? Sure. 2 large toolbox. Oh no, the music. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant! Now if you could hand me what I need as I work, that would be a help. In this case, well, this bolt is loose for one matter, and we can't have that. I'll need to tighten it. A vicious-looking saw, mid-sized wrench, ragged cloth? Mid-sized wrench? Thank you, this one will do nicely. Now give me a moment, and... There. I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track. Oh, an aether current. Alright, this 2 large toolbox. No one could ever possibly need this many tools, let alone carry them all on their person at one time. That's great. The tuning. I love seeing other people just running around. Gonna make you wonder what they're doing. Alright, let's see what we need. Should we do the wrong one this time? I'm kind of curious what happens if I do the wrong one. You set down the toolbox, the muscles of your arms enjoying profound relief, and open it once again. You're quite handy to have around, you know? As to the lamp here, these aren't often necessary these days, but if we're going to do this, we might as well do it properly. And if by some miracle the night returns as it did in Lakeland, well, it's a nice thought. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, we wouldn't want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I'll need to sand it down a bit. Bulky saw, heavy hammer, a rough file. Bulky saw! Let's see what happens. I'll simply hack it with this bulky saw. Honestly, are you away with the Fae? We're trying to prevent splinters, not chop down the post like a tree. Now hand me something a bit more delicate, if you please. Jeez. He gets sassy on you. Okay. It's not just cinnamon roll. Have a file. Yes, the wood file's perfect. Let me even this out. Oh, that's great. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take in a view from the tracks here a bit longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks through the hills, in the Hills of Amber, you see, but after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Naboth Empire struck up the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Naboth brought the Mistel engineers who specialized in Talos here to the hills, and wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right up again. Twine itself sprung up around that time, as a matter of fact. It was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly come Mistel. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistel left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks from Daedalus Stoneworks, took off for Yolmore, and now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. There's no use in lamenting what can't be changed, and there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things from here. Excellent. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pause here, because my friends are ready to go to LunarCon. So I'll see you all at a later time. Thanks for hanging out. See ya!